Hey guys, it's Mike with Backyard AirGuns. Here to put out a little video on my shooting competition I went to at the Pyramyd Cup in August. I know it's November. I'm just now getting around to editing the video and actually getting it out. But went in August. It's the first shooting competition I've been to. Had a great time. Did okay in the Benchrest part. Didn't make it to the championship round, but kind of held my own to be a rookie at it. So this is just going to be a quick little review of my experience at the Pyramyd Air Cup. And I want to show the guns I used. I took 2 FX guns. I took the 22 caliber FX M3 sniper version. And I shot this in the Gunslynger competition. Learned a lot about that competition. And then for the Benchrest, this is one I've been working with all summer at the range, getting it dialed in. FX Impact M3, 700 cc barrel on it. And it's kind of, I've customized the gun. So the gun's exactly like I shot it, with the exception of the monopod. I used, at the competition, this was not out yet, so I used the standard Saber Tactical monopod. Since then, they come out with this Pro version, which I really like. Got the Saber Tactical AR grip on it. Really like this vertical grip. I got the Enduro tripod. And again, I saw this several videos back. Ernest Rowe had put together the Enduro carbon fiber bipod with a really right stuff ball joint. And this thing is great. It allows you to just move this gun any way you want, lock it in. This Arca, it slides up and down this Arca. So when I'm shooting, I'll have the tripod up here, so I get more weight actually back here on the monopod. It's great to work on the gun. You can lock it in where it doesn't move. So and these are really hard to find too. And then going on down the gun, the scope, I went with a Night Force NX8. It is a great scope, crystal clear, 8x32, so 32 zoom power. Looking at 100-yard targets, it was really good. Illuminated, first focal plane. I got the Air Marksman bottom and top rail. This thing goes from here all the way back to here. And I got the Arca plate Air Marksman that really, goes a long way. Got a 700cc air tank on it, barrel band, Donnie FL, Rowan, carbon fiber, shroud with a harmonic tuner here. And then finally, I got 6 of these Saber Tactical brass weights to kind of match the gun. This thing is heavy. It's just under 27 pounds, but when you shoot, it doesn't budge. So I was assigned bench number 7 out of 50. They got 1 through 50 shooting spots. I was assigned bench number 7 for the Friday Benchrest. In Group 1 on bench number 7 was Nikolai Bolva. He is the Russian shooter, very good shooter. He's won many championships, and he's actually got a YouTube channel called Rush Bear. Really good YouTube channel. Watch a lot of his videos. He was actually assigned the same bench number 7 as I was. He went in Group 1, I went in Group 3. So I got to meet him, and super guy. One of the first mistakes I made that I won't make again is I showed up at this Benchrest competition without any flags. I was under the assumption that the competition managers would want everybody to have the same flag, consistent flag. That was not the case. You got to bring your own flags. So dummy me, didn't show up any flags. Nikolai, because he shot in Group 1, he let me borrow those at the start of Group 3 shooting, and actually went out there and placed them for me. So I was very fortunate to have met him and for him to borrow his flags on the first round of shooting. I'll say this. I've never shot in wind like this. Again, I'm from Georgia. We just don't have afternoon, morning wind like you have in Columbus. This was crazy wind. I mean, again, it's a fair competition because we were all Group 3 for shooting in this crazy wind. But I just was not prepared for the wind I was shooting in. So here's the clip.
All right, everybody, have fun, and we'll get the thunder wing to the home.
All right, let's get her done.
In our heat, that's what me probably about. So anyway, you're in the second or yeah, I know. So we are going to.
One minute remaining.
All right, folks, so here's my scorecard after round one. I shot a 204, which in my opinion, I thought was pretty bad. I mean, at the range, I shoot 220s, 225, 226. My best, I've got two scorecards on film at shooting a 231, right? So when I ended up shooting 204, I'm like, that's pretty bad. I hope I'm not dead last in this competition. So, I guess maybe an hour after group round one had finished, they came out and they published all the scores, and here's the results. This is a highlight of my shooting competition when I saw this scorecard. My 204 was 7th best out of all the group 3 shooters. So I think it ended up being 42 on this group. So again, I finished the 204 was 7th best out of the 42 shooters. I also highlighted 2 extremely good shooters. You got Thane Simmons, who actually won this event. He won RMAC. He won Extreme Benchrest. And you also have John Bagas on the same round as I did. So again, you're shooting with the world's best shooters. So anyway, I was pretty stoked after round one at the 204. I guess maybe a month later, I'm sitting in my my little lounge having a nice bourbon and cigar, watching some airgun videos, and I'm watching the airgun channel. Nate, he's got probably the best airgun channel out there. Ton of videos. So anyway, he had went and showed up, and he was kind of doing a review of the Benchrest, the Gunslynger, and so forth. And he's showing some of the tricked out guns in the Benchrest competition. And as I'm watching it, I see me and this gun shooting. So Here's a clip of from Nate's channel capturing me shooting at this competition. Really made my day.
You can see that guy right there is rocking a Black Arts barrel band, and I'm guessing that those things on the sides are weights, and he's slinging lead with the reliable M3. A lot of the time, I would say most of the time, you would have to look pretty hard to figure out what kind of gun these guys were shooting.
Alrighty, folks, let's get this underway. And we are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
All right, folks, later in the day, we had to go shoot round 2, which is the final round. I shot a 174 in round 2. Horrible. In round 1, again, heavy winds, you saw that, but it was obviously left to right, so you could kind of do a holdover. In round 2, the wind was more of a headwind, I mean, kind of in your face, and I really struggled with that. Wasn't sure where the pellet was going to land shooting in this headwind, left, right. So I shot many siders. You shoot the sider, you think you got it, you go up to the target, and then it lands not where you expect it to land. So 174 in the second round, it knocked me out of the championship round. I finished overall 18th out of 42, and I missed the championship round by six people. So that's my Benchrest summary. Had a great time, learned a lot, and again, that whole airgun community is really super nice people that really enjoy the sport. Okay, folks, later that afternoon, after the Benchrest competition was over, the next competition was the Gunslynger competition. I did not prepare that much at all for this. Put most of my efforts into the Benchrest. The Gunslynger competition, Pyramyd Cup, it's a speed shooting competition. You can shoot on a bench, and you're shooting at metal targets that are 5, 25, 40, and 55 yards away. It's a bracket of 64. I drew a first round bye. In other words, they didn't have quite 64 players, so they had some people that would get a bye and go to the next round. I, randomly was chosen as a bye, and with about 5 or 6 others. So I move on to the round of 32.
Nice. 27. I got the thing. I was like, so I got it. 32. 32. Yeah.
She kicked my butt. I think I got 13 shots down before in the time she got 20 down. But it was really a butt kicking. Another big mistake I made that I won't make again. I shot this FX22 is I didn't know you could use a monopod, a bipod. So I'm out there on the bag, right? You can see it up here in this corner, this big bag. So I'm trying to hold the gun cock and shoot. Rookie mistake. Won't make that mistake again. But it really didn't matter. She shot really good. So I lost that round. But then in about a minute later, they call me back up. They call me back up to the booth there, and the manager said she was using a 25 caliber rifle and has been disqualified. And I'm moving on. So I said, okay. So now I'm in the round of 16, and I haven't won a round yet. So the interesting part of the round of 16 is I drew this guy. This is Alex Hatfield. He won the Utah speed shooting competition earlier this year in June. So he's like the champion. And I ran him. It just the way it worked out on bracket. So I drew him in my round of 16.
I know. I'm actually really intrigued right now.
Nick, you good to go? Awesome, buddy. All right, folks, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
There, 27.
Obvious to say he kicked my butt also. I think he gets 5 shots off before I get the first shot off. But again, I met him, talked to him, super nice guy. Everybody at this event was just, didn't matter who you are, they just super, super nice to talk to. Love the sport. Hey folks, appreciate you watching the video. I really enjoyed this competition, me and my brother. I'll be back next year for sure. Be a lot more prepared. Won't be quite the rookie that I was this year. Met a lot of good people. Had a great time. I highly recommend to any novice person like me, if you haven't done this competition, go do it. It's fun. It's relatively cheap to enter the competition. You get to meet all these neat air gunners. And again, I highly recommend going to this event every year. Thanks, folks. Please like and subscribe.